Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another LongFallBoots pedal demo. This is the Behringer UV300 Ultra Vibrato. So this is another nice and inexpensive Behringer pedal. I'm careful not to say cheap because in our experience the good ones are really good. This is supposedly a clone of the incredibly expensive these days Boss VB2, an analog vibrato pedal. I don't have one to compare it to because, god damn it, I'm not made of money. But if there are some comparison videos that you can check out on YouTube, and it comes pretty close, is the consensus. So what do we have? The two easy to understand controls are rate, that's how fast the vibrato goes up and down, and depth, that's how deep that vibrato goes. Rise, we will come to when we change the modes here. Basically, we've got latch, which operates like a normal pedal. We've got unlatch, which means you need to hold down the pedal to engage the vibrato effect. And there's bypass, which in a slavish and pointless adherence to the original means that you don't turn the pedal on at all. It's completely, I just don't get it. I don't get why they bothered. I get that they were cloning it, but why bother with having the useless setting that was on the original? If someone knows any better than me, then please let me know. Anyway, basically what Rise does is when you turn the pedal on, it ramps up the depth to the point where you put it on and rises how long it takes to get there. And we'll look at that when we get to unlatched mode. Okay, so let's start with clean tone. Let's go to the bridge. This is the middle. And here is the neck, the neck, the neck, the neck, the neck. And we're going to start clean, that is with the pedal on, but with a clean tone. But we've also got a fuzz pedal hooked up. We've got our Biyang FZ-7 trusty Big Muff clone, our bargain of all-time pedal, and we'll try it with some distortion as well. Okay, so let's start with, let's whack the depth up fairly high, and let's see what the rate goes between. So this is the minimum rate, and we'll have it play. So with the rate down low and the depth really high, you've just got this sort of gentle undulation. It feels quite smooth. As you increase the rate, I don't know whether this is intentional, whether it's a side effect, it kind of gets choppier. So it feels like it becomes more sort of square wavy, not like full on square wavy, but it feels like it's less gentle and rolling. So let's set the rate fairly high so we can feel the depth. Okay, and then let's see. Let's try and get to a point where it's a bit smoother. So this is minimum depth. Basically nothing happening. Cool, yeah. For me personally, I like it with the depth sort of from like 1 o'clock onwards, because like you know that it's vibrato at that point rather than it being sort of weirdly out of tune and seasick. But that's a personal thing. Certainly with the rate lower, it makes sense to have the depth higher, I think. You can just about hear that there's a sort of an undulation happening there, but it's not a lot. Let's check out the unlatched mode. Basically, all it means is that, excuse my knee, I'm kneeling down next to the pedal. It basically means that it only comes on when you're holding it down. If we set the rise a little bit longer, I'll smack the depth up nice and high. You'll hear that when I engage the pedal by stepping on it, it will take a certain amount of time for it to get to the maximum undulations. Sadly, it doesn't work in the opposite direction. It would be really cool if there was a decay as you let go and it sort of undulated off. But it doesn't, which is a shame, because that would be an awesome feature, I think. One thing that I should point out though, that is also the case, even in latch mode, the rise thing still works. But personally, I'd find that a bit annoying, because when I hit the pedal, I want it to start going whoa, whoa, whoa. One thing that I will just point out that is probably my favourite thing with this pedal is when you start playing harmonics. There's something about the way the harmonics bring out all of the weirdness. Okay, let's add some distortion as well. See how it interacts. Now I've tried this pedal both before and after distortion. I much prefer the way, I say much, it's not all that different if you have distortion before, but I find that the way that the vibrato, the way it affects the harmonics, the way it then interacts with the distortion is very pleasing to me. So certainly I prefer it ahead of the distortion. There's nothing to say you can't run it the other way around. This is just my preference. So this is the distortion without the vibrato. now with. Which is really cool. On clean, you're like, okay, this is vibrato. You know, you can hear that it's undulating. I kind of feel like with the distortion after it, it's almost like a more subtle chorusing effect, especially when you're playing chords and you're kind of getting the harmonics coming off each other, which is really, really cool. Also, like on like single notes and like leady line things, like I could see like kicking it on for like a lead part for sure, where you want to have that movement happening the whole time. 20 quid, new in this case. 20 quid, brand new, maybe like £2 shipping off eBay. They come and go. A lot of the Behringer pedals, I think all of them in this series are now discontinued, and everything else is new old stock. And there are a couple that are definitely worth grabbing if you see them. I noticed that there were the HM2 clones on eBay recently, so I might have to clickety-click, buy it now. But yeah, for 20 quid, certainly I've got one or two other vibrato pedals that cost it. You know, they're not sort of boutique or anything, but they cost more. But I think this is better.
If we keep it up with these Behringer pedals, we could end up building a full board for seeing how much board you could get for about 60 odd quid.
Yeah,
we got some bargains.
You can get a lot, I think. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Obviously, let us know what you think of the pedal in the comments. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us out. If you want to check out our music, head over to our Bandcamp page, longfallboots.bandcamp.com, and check it out our Facebook page, facebook.com/longfallboots. Basically put LongFallBoots after stuff and you'll find us, Twitter and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. I'm not going to tell everyone to go and buy these in case they suddenly jump up in price, but go and buy one of these. Anyway, until next time, keep on fuzzing and stuff and doing riffs and that. And
have fun, brother.
That's right. Bye.